The Eakin Philanthropy Award was named in honor of the Eakin family, donors of the first parcels of parkland to the Park Authority more than 50 years ago. The annual award recognizes individuals and organizations whose financial or in-kind contributions have significantly enhanced Fairfax County parks through the foundation.
I am Angela Valis.
And I'm Wayne Valis, and as a couple, we've had the honor of financially assisting the Fairfax County Park System. I grew up in this area. My father and an elderly gentleman in his 90s taught me how to play golf at Pinecrest before it became public. My mother used to take us out to Burke Lake when I was a young man and to go on the trails and at some point to ride the little train. I always loved Burke Lake and Pinecrest. They were my favorite two parks as a young boy and then as a young man. When I got to the stage of marrying Angela and working and doing okay, I wanted to find ways to give back. The first thing I did when I could afford it was to contribute a bench to Pinecrest in honor of my dad and my brother, and it also had me on it as well. So we did that. But then I wanted to find ways to do something more. The Valis Learning Center at Pinecrest is a place where they will teach golf, what I would say properly, professionally. Most people who learn to play golf and are serious about it have to go to golf instructors, paying from $100, $200, higher amounts of money per hour to get lessons. The device that looks at your entire game is called a TrackMan. Professional golfers use TrackMan. They have them in their homes. TrackMan can cost as little as $25,000, and they can go all the way up to $100,000. People who are normal people without wealth don't have access to them. And it's wonderful that they can go and have affordable golf, and they can have access to the very highest golf instructions, but at a reasonable cost.
We've also contributed to the picnic shelters at Burke Lake, and it's wonderful to have that space where families, friends can get together, and there's also in case of inclement weather or rain, there's a top to it, but it's still in the open air, which is very, very enjoyable.
All of us live in a county, lovely county, that has become urban. It is more like city life than it is country life. And we live in a time when all the media bombard us with appeals to our emotions. Parks and nature transcends all this. And by having a kind of a harmony with nature, we get another kind of harmony too. It's a harmony in our lives toward one another.
Well, they do whatever Jim tells them to do.
Whatever Mary tells me to do.
Yeah. So when Steve and I did the race.
My name's Dan Dyke. I'm the president of Friends of Colvin Run Mill. And since 1999, we've been supporting programs, events, and maintenance of this wonderful mill that we're standing in front of. We have been able to contribute quite a bit to a lot of what's going on here. For example, we proposed and won an award grant from American Express and the National Trust for Historic Preservation for $75,000 that was used to restore a number of the machinery that's in the upper two floors of the mill. Another example is we did some fundraising. The two of the founding members of Fulcrum, Marjorie and Bob Lundegard, led a campaign to collect donations and also the proceeds of books that Marge had written. We ended up with $50,000 that was used for capital improvements. We've also purchased historic reproduction furniture for the Miller's House exhibit, which was just about to open when the pandemic hit. Closed down, obviously. We're hoping that within the next few weeks we're going to hear when we'll be able to open to visitors and see what life was like back there in the 1800s and early 1900s. And because it's reproduction furniture, people can sit in it, visitors can try out some board games that might have been popular at the time, and really get an idea of the life of the owners and the people that lived in the Miller's house during those times. You know, this past year has been terrible for everybody. And to be selected out of all of the wonderful friends groups that support the parks throughout Fairfax County is very special. We are proud of the work that we do, and we're really proud that we were recognized for the work that we're doing here.
Hi, my name's Laura Becker. I'm General Manager here at Fairfax Memorial Funeral Home. And in 2003, which was the year the funeral home opened, Sharon Bulova, who was the district supervisor at the time, reached out and requested our sponsorship for the summer concert series.
And she explained to Mike D., the former owner of Fairfax Memorial Park and Funeral Home, that they had one large firm that got purchased by an international company and they were pulling their sponsorship. And they needed somebody to fill in so they can continue with the program. And Mike D. recalled taking his father to a couple of the orchestras that they had at the parks, and his father loved them, and he said the joy that he's seen from his dad that day, he could not see a program like that stopping. So he decided to contribute. And we've made approximately $78,000 in contributions for the summer entertainment series. In 2020, when we partnered with Carriage Services out of Texas, we decided to up our contribution because we do believe in giving back to the community that we serve.
It's an honor to receive the award, being a member of the staff here at Fairfax Memorial, that we were able to help the community in any way that we can to maintain and then to continue their programs.
I think it's great for mental health to be able to go and spend the time in the park. Here at Fairfax, we are a cemetery, but it also looks like a park, and people come here and they get a sense of peace. And we need that sometimes for our mental health. So I'm happy that we were able to contribute, and we will continue to contribute. And I'm also hoping that families will ask when they see the award hanging up at our locations what that award means. And maybe like how Sharon reached out to Mike and shared the story, we can share that same story and get other people to see the importance of making those contributions to our parks.